496 Broadway between Bloom and Spring.
Hi, I'm Crime Prevention Specialist Kathleen Ruppert.
And I'm Detective Larson, Fayetteville Police Department.
We're here today to talk to you about vehicle security and things that you can do about securing your car, motorcycle, and a couple of other crime prevention tips. Here's a good example of some things that you should not do with your car in a parking lot. Anytime you park your car, whether it's in your driveway, in a parking lot, even in your garage, you need to do some simple things. Make sure no change, money, valuables are visible. Close that change compartment. Almost everybody uses GPSs today. Most people will just take the unit off and try and hide it. But the thieves know that if you've got the base, you've got a GPS unit in the car. You didn't take it with you. So remove the base and even wipe the suction cup marks, because that's a telltale sign that you've got a GPS unit. Other things, an iPod, anything plugged in, crooks don't know if there's anything of value attached to that. And these things glow all night long. So make sure that you remove all electrical items, all chargers, and secure them in a safe place. These things are fantastic, but the crooks really like them. So you've got to make sure that whether you're charging it or not, listening to music, take it with you when you leave. So remember, when you're going to leave your car in a parking lot or at home, remove your valuables, take them with you, and lock your car. The thieves in this city are looking for an opportunity. Don't give them one. More than half of our break-ins of vehicles this past year have been valuables in plain sight, vehicles left unsecure. Don't give those thieves the opportunity to take your property.
So Kathleen, in 2010, do you want to guess how many motorcycles were stolen in the city of Fayetteville?
Way too many, I'm sure.
133 motorcycles.
Wow.
Out of those 133 motorcycles, how many do you think were recovered?
I'm not sure. I would hope all of them, but
22 motorcycles out of over 100 were actually recovered. That's a 17% recovery rate. How do you think some of those were stolen?
You know, some of these guys buy a brand new bike, they ride around on it, they go home, leave it in the parking lot. They don't have
like a springtime like today. It's beautiful, sunny outside.
It is gorgeous. They're riding,
getting their
but
bike out.
Wherever they go, they've got to have some means of securing their bike.
Right, right.
So if they go home, they need to park in a secure motorcycle storage parking area or a garage.
Okay.
And we're really starting to recommend real heavy chains or a satellite tracking system.
What if they don't have a secured facility to lock it in? If they don't just have a parking lot?
They've got to get that tracking system.
Okay.
I think it really will help a lot. It'll at least give them a 50-50 chance of getting their bike back, because if they don't have one, the chances are 22%?
22%, 17%.
Oh,
but that's
sorry.
okay. About the tracking systems, I got a story about that. About 3 weeks ago, there was a person in Fayetteville whose motorcycle was stolen. And the next day, he was contacted by this tracking company saying, your motorcycle was stolen. 2 days later, the motorcycle was recovered down in Scotland County, North Carolina. All right. When it was recovered, there was another motorcycle that had actually been a neighbor of the original person's. So because of his tracking device that he had installed when he bought the motorcycle, it helped lead to the recovery of 2 motorcycles. And that's excellent. These tracking devices are great. Luckily, in that case, for the other person, this guy paid for the tracking device. The tracking devices, from what I've been told, are a good investment, but only 20% of people actually get by them when they buy a new motorcycle. So out of my 133, to have 17% of the motorcycles recovered, that's about in line with the ones who bought the tracking systems. So if you buy a tracking system, more than likely, you're going to get your investment back. whatever money, even though if your insurance covers it, you've still got an investment that you're going to be out at some point for what you put into the bike. So I would highly recommend those tracking systems. Any other ideas about being a crime prevention specialist to keep a motorcycle safe?
Park it close by, check it often, and secure it. And if you have that tracking system, make sure that they can contact you 24 hours a day.
Okay.
So that they might get it back even sooner, or we might get the person that stole it.
Okay. Kathleen, did you know what are the two most favorite stolen vehicles? I'm sorry. Kathleen, did you know what are the two most commonly stolen motorcycles in the city of Fayetteville right now?
Boy, I see so many nice-looking bikes, it'd be hard
Yeah.
for me to figure it out.
Great-looking bikes like this one. That Suzuki right there, that's going to be one of the top stolen motorcycles. So if you've got a Suzuki or a Kawasaki, you're basically putting yourself out there to be a victim if you don't do something to secure it, if you don't do something to track it. So please, take all this information that we've told you today and try and secure those motorcycles the best that you can so that you're not a victim.
That's point the list, Shelby 13 Central. 5 George K.
5 George K.
5 George K. 496 Broadway between Boone and Spring.